Alright guys, first things first, open up your web browser. From there, we will enter heroengine.com. Once the site loads up, over on the right hand side, you'll see a button that says Hero Engine / Hero Cloud Account Login. Click that. On this page, you will log in using the email address, your personal email address, and the password which I provided you. Go ahead and log in. Once we're in, this is the screen you'll see. Here, you'll download the Hero Engine Launcher, Hero Blade, and Repository Browser. You will need to make sure to install each one of these, otherwise you'll probably run into some issues. Once that is done, we will go ahead and shrink down our web browser, and then we will run Hero Blade. This usually takes a little bit to load up. Alright, once it is loaded up, this is the screen you'll see. You will again log in using the same information, so the email address and the password you were provided. Hit login. You will see Darkwing Studios server here. Do not go to the HJ reference. We will not need to access that. That's just there by default. We will go to the Darkwing Studios one. It says this, if it ever says it's sleeping, just simply hit Awaken World and give it a few, and it will wake up. I'm not entirely sure why they did this update with the Hero Engine, but it just takes a little bit and then it'll get up and going. It takes 45 seconds to do so, so we will go ahead and jump ahead in the video here instead of making you guys wait this entire time. Alright, once it's loaded up, this is what you'll see. Darkwing Studios, status up, type, licensee, don't worry about that, population. This will let you know how many people are currently in the world working on it. So it's kind of a useful tip to know, but not really overly important. So go ahead and enter your world. Again, this takes a little bit of time to load up, so we're going to jump ahead again to the next stage. Alright, generally here, after you create your first character, you'll just select the character, hit login. But for now, since you guys are new here, you'll come up the screen, we'll go create new. We'll name it something, doesn't really matter. Again, doesn't matter what gender you are. And then you'll also be able to pick a class. Once again, not really important, so we'll just go ahead and keep it as it is. Hit finished. The reason you do this is simply because the way this engine works is as we edit, we can run around live in this game and actually experiment with the things that we have done. So, like I said, it's not overly important what you pick, it's just you have to create a character so you can actually get into the system. When you first load up, this is what you'll load into. Alright, let me get this screen over here real quick. You'll pop up with the organizer over here, and that will be fairly important. I'll go over that in a second. And this is the starting world that Hero Engine has created. We don't work in this. This unfortunately is not ours, even though it looks amazing. What we'll do is we'll go over into the organizer. This is where we will have each of our areas that we are working on. So one thing to always keep in mind as we are working is to pay attention to this. I will try and keep everybody informed of which area we are working on, or I'll assign you to a specific area so you don't have to worry about any of that. Just make sure you look in the organizer and find the area you're working on, sorry. That's what you'll do. So we'll go ahead and work on the Pixie starter area. So we'll click on that, we'll right click, go down to Go to Instance and Edit Instance. And we'll take a little bit to load up here. One thing to note, since you guys will be logging in for the first time, a lot of these screens are going to take a very long time to load. Don't worry, it'll only be like that for the first time you guys log in. Alright, and here we are loaded into our area. Very easy, very simple. We can run around, check whatever we want to do. We can also, up the top here, go into camera mode, and we can fly around and check out the area If we want to go back to our character, simply hit the character button, and voila, we're back in. We can run around, do whatever we want. For the programmers, the main thing you guys are going to focus on, I mean, feel free to run around, experiment, take a look at what the artists are doing, but the main thing you're going to focus on is up here, up at the toolbar, go to the tool section, Hero Script Editor, or Control H. By doing that, you will bring up the editor clearly, and you can either create a new script or open up one that's already created and edit that. I'd highly recommend doing that for now until you guys get a lot more comfortable with the engine itself. This is mostly what the programmers are going to be doing at the start. You guys are going to be focusing on studying these scripts, figuring out exactly the type of language it uses, how the engine reads everything, and then we'll go from there for what we need and stuff like that. So we'll click on Client Server Scripts. Here's everything that will affect the client side of the game. So the way that the character moves, the way when they push a button, what ability is used, stuff like that. And then there's also the open server scripts, and this is how the server will react whenever they do that. So you guys are going to take a lot of time. That's mostly what you guys are going to be doing over the next few weeks here, is just figuring this out, figuring out how things are programmed in here, and that will be a majority of it. Later on, I will also show you a video of the forums, which will be of great help to you guys. Actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and just show you that now. So we'll go ahead and open up Hero Engine, or the Hero Engine website. Here, if you log back in, go to the screen, you'll notice up here there's a forums button. If you go to the home screen of Hero Engine, they'll have a link on the right hand side that says View the Hero Engine Forums. Login information is again exactly the same, the username and password I provided you. And then here they have different sections for each different type of thing. So scripting, you'll obviously programmers, you'll go to scripting and programming. They have a bunch of different tutorials and stuff in here. A lot of people asking questions. If you ask a question, they're usually pretty good at responding. So it's a good source of information to use. Same with all of our artists. Have the art pipeline you'll need, the design and world building. Again, just very, very good resources. Another great thing is you guys actually have a Wikipedia, so we'll actually just go to my account, log back in, and then over on the side here it says Technical Wiki. Now it is kind of an array, so searching for stuff can be a little confusing, but they have a lot of good information here. Again, a lot of good tutorials, so you'll spend a lot of time browsing this. This is going to be the main thing that both the programmers and the artists will be focusing on. So please be sure to spend a lot of time with this if you plan on actually participating in this project. Right now we're still on a lot of the concept stages of this project, so the artists, the best thing you guys can do is just browse the forums and browse the wiki and take a look at what what people are suggesting, the issues they're having, the answers that they have, tutorials about how the Hero Engine works, and programmers. Since you guys don't have to worry about concept art, this is going to be what I want you guys to work on. Just take a look at the scripting in the engine and just do the best you can to figure out how this engine is going to work and how you'll best be able to utilize that. I will be finding a programmer leader for you guys just to kind of help me keep track. So if anybody is comfortable doing that, I have somebody in mind already, but I believe that they would be more than happy to work with a co-leader. So please let me know, and it'll just make things a lot easier and a lot smoother. Alright guys, I look forward to working with you, and if you guys have any questions, please let me know.